Well, the church clock, they called me because they're having problems getting it running. And when I went down, I found the beat was so far off that it would run for 10, 20 minutes and then just stop. So I reset the beat, reset the time on both faces because they're ganged together. And put it back in beat, and it's been running, oiled it, and it's been running ever since. But that clock was 1917, I think, Seth Thomas. I think it was shipped here by ship, by sailing ship at that point. It may have been a steamship. They brought it over, right close to the turn of the century. The tower clock is interesting in that where it is. I mean, how they got that clock up there is really a marvel. That and the bell. There's a big bell up there. I mean, that thing's got to be almost 3 foot in diameter. So those shafts coming off that clock are just a single shaft that go out to the face. Right before the wall, there's a little gearbox that has the hour gear on it. So the only thing you're running off that tower clock is the minute hand. Coming across the shaft before it punctures through the wall to get to your hands, you have a small gearbox and another tube that comes out of there, and that's your hour hand shaft. Now there is a small clock on the front of that movement that tells you what time each face says. So whatever that face on the clock is, that's what you set up your two faces on the outside. And those big clocks, they're fairly easy to find parts for, or they're fairly easy to make parts for, because you're not dealing with a hole that's a 64th of an inch. You're dealing with a 1/4 inch bushing on there. And you can punch out a 1/4 inch bushing on your drill press. So, they're not as hard to find parts for as the small stuff. A proper maintenance, it'll last forever. I mean, the only thing that will wear out is the bushings on the gears, where the gear is pivoting on these bushings. The bushings are replaceable.